Hello and welcome to Newsfeed on Trust TV. I am Sumaya Abubakar, taking you through the stories trending online that people are talking about and sharing around the globe today. Rivers police officer demoted for assaulting a man in viral video. 5 years after ascending the throne, court sacks Ondo monarch for not being qualified. A point-of-sale POS operator has been arrested in Kwara State for allegedly spending the sum of 280 million naira mistakenly sent to his bank account. And Florida woman filmed stomping on hood of car in bizarre road rage incident. On top of what's trending today, we have Rivers police officer who was demoted for assaulting a man in a viral video. Adejo Siaka, a police officer attached to Rivers State Police Command, has been demoted from the rank of inspector to sergeant following complaints and findings from a video widely circulated on social media on Sunday, April 9, 2023. The gun-wielding policeman was seen in a viral video hitting a motorist with a stick, after which he followed with 2 slaps to the victim's face, while the latter, of course, was demanding his offense. Public Relations Officer Muyiwa Adejobi announced his demotion on Tuesday, April 18th, after an orderly room trial by the Force Provost Marshal. He said Siaka was sanctioned for assault, discreditable conduct, and incivility to members of the public in the Emuaha area of the oil-rich state. Sergeant Indiwa Nkwebari, who also was present at the scene but took no steps to discourage the inappropriate action, was remanded, while a third officer, Inspector Friday Obaka, who was later discovered to have been absent from the scene, was discharged unconditionally at the conclusion of the proceedings. Adejobi added, in all, the 3 policemen will be posted out of the Rivers State to other commands and formations to continue their police duties. The Inspector General of Police has therefore tasked officers and men of the force to be diligent and uphold the lofty tenets of professional policing in the discharge of their duties and respect for the fundamental rights of all citizens, in line with the provisions of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. A netizen asked, demoted, what happened to dismissed? A guy replied her, easy, punishment must level with the offense. Another said, the victim can now go to court for damages. Nonsense. Next on what's trending, we are 5 years after ascending the throne, court sacks Ondo monarch for not being qualified. An Ondo State High Court sitting in Ondo Town has disposed Oba Babajide Lawrence Oluwole as the Olu-Oke of Oke-Igbo in the Ile-Oloji Oke-Igbo local government area of the state. The court nullified the appointment of the monarch, having admitted that Oba Oluwole, who was crowned as the monarch of the community in 2018, was not a member of the ruling house, which turn was to fill the then vacant stool of the town. 2 princes from the Are Kugbaigbe ruling house, Rufus Adekanye and Temitope Adeoye, head and secretary of the house respectively, had challenged the enthronement of a monarch by the Ondo state government. In the suit filed by their lawyer, Mr. Shola Ebiseni, the complaints said that the defendant was not a member of the Are Kugbaigbe ruling house, which turn was to present a candidate to the throne, saying the stool is still vacant. Delivering his verdict, Justice Ademola Enikwemehi admitted that Oluwole was not a member of the ruling house, which turn was to produce the king and also not qualified to be presented as the kingship candidate. Not being a descendant of the Are Kugbaigbe is not a member of the Are Kugbaigbe ruling house and therefore not qualified under the declaration to be proposed as a candidate for the vacant stool of or be made by, the Olu-Oke of Oke-Igbo, the judge ruled. The court equally gave an injunction restraining the 5th defendant from or further parading himself or allowing himself to be paraded as or accorded the rights and privileges pertaining to the person, title and office of the Olu-Oke of Oke-Igbo. A netizen commented, this can never happen in Benin. A lady said, a whole sacred throne has lost its relevance, political kings. And a guy asked, like for real, what business does the court have with royal matters? Next on what's trending, we have a point-of-sale POS operator identified as Alpha Rafiu has been arrested in Ilorin, Kwara State capital, for allegedly spending the sum of 280 million naira mistakenly sent to his bank account. According to the Nigerian Tribune, the suspect, a resident of the Akuji compound, Abayao area in the Ilorin West local government area of the state, received the money in batches of several millions of naira some weeks ago and went on a spending spree. It was gathered that residents of the area, especially those close to the suspect, had expressed surprise at how Rafiu had suddenly become, a big spender. Sources in the area blamed the suspect for the trouble he had put himself into. Rafiu bought houses and cars and sponsored people to the lesser Hajj. Although he was generous to several people in the community, some residents were surprised about his sudden wealth as a POS operator. Spokesperson of the State Police Command, SP Ajayi Okasami, confirmed the arrest on Tuesday, April 18th. His arrest was effected by the Force Criminal Investigation and Intelligence Department, FCIID, and Alagbon Close, Ikoyi, Lagos, which makes it out for, of the jurisdiction, the PPRO stated. A netizen said that 280 million. How can you sit down thinking that won't be tracked? Just go and play in the cell first. Someone said, well, I don't see his fault, really. You can't blame him much. Blame the bank and they should be responsible. And a lady added, imagine sending someone to Hajj with a money that isn't yours. People get mined for this, our Ilorin. Next on What's Trending, we have man shot dead while preventing kidnappers from whisking his wife away in Abuja. A man identified as Musa Abari has been shot dead after suspected kidnappers attacked his home in Kasada village in Kuje Area Council in the Federal Capital Territory and abducted his wife Hulera along with 5 others. According to reports, the gunmen armed with AK-47 rifles stormed the village at about 11:30 p.m. on Monday, April 17, 2023 in large numbers and began shooting sporadically. Residents of the area said the gunmen forced their way into their homes. The deceased man was said to have been trying to prevent the gunmen from kidnapping his wife when he was shot in the chest, which led to his death. The gunmen, after abducting the woman, proceeded to neighboring houses where they whisked away 5 other victims before making their way back into the bush. The FCT Police Command is yet to comment on this incident development. Meanwhile, friends of the deceased have taken to social media to mourn him. A netizen wrote, someone was also kidnapped here in my area 2 days ago at Lokogoma, Abuja by 9 p.m. It's really sad. Him and his girlfriend were forced out of their cars and their phones was left there on the floor, and the kidnappers were using AK-47 rifles too. Another said, sad as it is, but all I have is respect for the man. He willingly laid down his life for his wife. That is what real men do. He will always choose to die protecting and providing for his family. May his soul rest in peace. Another said, he died a hero. R.I.P. Now let's take a short break, and when we come back, you will see what Portable had to say to his colleague. Stay tuned. Welcome back. It's Newsfeed. Now, singer Portable asks, are you more popular than me? As he fires back at Goya Meno over his recent interview. Take a look at the interview and Portable's reply.
I don't have issue with him. I think he has issue with himself. Understand me? This question was asked about last week, and the reply I gave was, the situation is like an elephant doing his thing, and you see one dog barking, whoo, whoo, whoo. Check the comparison. Elephant knows that with just one hit, this dog is dead.
Yes, wait. You don't want, they come musician and they come at you. How many hits you sing? Go, yeah, man, I'm going to go, yeah, no? He say, how many shows go? How many adjustments they give him? He say, you cannot compare Portable to me. Who? You don't want Jesus? You go to find Muhammad, no more. Please, how many music you sing? Please, talk. You don't understand? Where am I now? How many hits you drop? Where you don't travel, go? How many show you post? How many adjustments you collect? How many motor you buy? How many hits? Hard drop hit, back to back. Zazu, who no Zazu? I'm a babu, Zazu. You blemish me. Kaya will give you. People will give you award, say they're going to regret. So they give you award.
A lady said, but funny enough, it is Portable that make me know about this guy now, and I am sure I'm not the only one. Another said, true, Portable is more popular than Goya. It is just that he's too ras. And another lady said, I just love this guy. You honestly can't hate him, even if you want to. Next on What's Trending, we have a lady who recounts how she and her son escaped being injured by her newly acquired table gas burner. Take a look.
I have not used this burner for up to 72 hours. Could it be that that's expired from the company or from the shop? Because number one, I just finished cooking. It was not even up to 5 minutes. I left the kitchen with my son. He was all over me that morning. So we're just together in the kitchen all through. I placed him on the countertop while I was doing everything I was doing. So I was just imagining, like, what if I was with him? What if I was standing beside the gas? What if I was cooking? What if the gas was on? Jesus, I was just thanking God. I got this thing on Tuesday, and it got spoiled on Thursday. So when I finished cooking around 12 p.m. on Thursday, I was in the living room. So I heard something like a pan fell. Getting to the kitchen, this was the scene before me. What if I was standing here? What if Bossy was standing here?
A lady commented, it is how they make and sell these products without properly test running them. But then again, Nigeria is almost a no man's land. Agencies put in place would have their palms greased and not run proper factory checks. Glad she made it out alive. May we not pass untimely from major and minor accidents and incidents. Another said, when you are buying glass top tables, cookers, always buy from reputables brand. All these China made things, are potential danger. Thank God for safety. And someone said, don't know who came up with the idea of glass and heat. Next on What's Trending, we have a Florida woman filmed storming on hood of car in bizarre road rage incident. A Florida woman has been taken into custody after being involved in a road rage incident. Videos shared online show her jumping on top of the hood of someone's car while goading them to get out of the car. A man seen in the video can be heard screaming, "Get out of the car," while the woman can be seen punching the car's window. The woman allegedly involved in the accident, Shania Faith Caulfield, was arrested. The man authorities accused of being involved in the accident, Peter Allen McLaurin, is not, yet in custody. Take a look at the incident.
You're gonna go to jail. Don't go to jail. And she kept going. Don't go to jail with her. Hey, don't go to jail with her. Go call the cops on her. Don't go to jail with her. If she hit you and keep going, that's a charge.
A guy wrote, just run them over. Simple as ABC. Another commented, mostly always blacks. I wonder why though. And another added, I can't even live in USA. Crazy people everywhere. And lastly, onto a funny video of two lovely ladies whose cleanliness was put to test. Take a look.
That is now that, look. You were in the tarnation.
Thank you.
And that is all on Newsfeed today on Trust TV. Follow us and subscribe to all our social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Bye.